Can I do illicit drugs while we do this?
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, it's being
All right.
recorded, so be careful about what you say.
I mean, like, I guess bud's like legal in most states. Is it legal? Is it legal over there in the Isles, man? You said you're on BST time. Is it legal out there?
It's I don't know. I forgot. I don't care. I do it. Anyway.
All right.
Okay, can
But
I start?
yeah. So Thousand Year
Okay.
Blood War versions for each one.
I mean, no. What the fuck? Why would a
Yeah,
thousand
I
year
mean,
blood war Aizen? What the fuck are you talking
you said
about?
you wanted to do. You said you wanted to
Yeah,
do Aizen versus Yama. You didn't specify.
yeah. Okay, what is like the default assumption for Aizen versus Yama, do you think? Like, what are
Okay,
most
so
people
I don't
talking about,
have
Gangy?
default. I don't have default assumptions for like specific battles. I was always like, unless stated
Okay,
otherwise, it is to be assumed the most powerful version.
okay.
That's
So,
how
so
I
the
always
the
was.
most typically gone over Aizen versus Yama is Aizen during like the Arrancar arc pre-Hogyoku evolutions, and just Yamamoto because that motherfucker does not change. Not
Okay,
armless,
I
but
did.
there you go.
I would say if you want to do that, if you want, I think most because I would agree with you. Oh, fuck. I would agree with that like Yama with in like because they like Aizen pre Hokyoku evolution doesn't have anything to scale off to in terms of like Yama Bankai. But if you think Thousand Year Blood War or Aizen is too much for Yama Bankai, then it would be end of evolved Aizen versus Thousand Year Blood War
I
Yama
mean, I
because
can take Aizen then if you want.
if Aizen like pre evolutions.
Yeah, I can take pre-evolution Aizen. That's fine with me.
Uh, Either
Why?
one. I thought we were doing Thousand Year Blood Wars. I thought that's what I thought. I thought you
No,
had
no,
like
no,
some
no.
I thought you had
Aizen,
some argument for Yama that I heard yet, and I was like, how is he gonna fucking do that?
yeah, no. Fucking, I mean, Aizen tears him in half. It's
Yeah,
not, yeah,
Aizen,
that shit is not close. But,
Aizen, fucking kind of slappy daps. That's why I was kind of like, what the fuck?
yeah.
You know,
But if you want,
I'll take Aizen. I'm down for fucking Aizen, dude. It's fine.
oh, you want to
I mean,
take, you want to take Yama? Okay.
I said I'll take Aizen. I'm down for Aizen.
Oh, you want to take, okay, you can take Aizen. All right. Can I start then? Do you mind?
I just like to clarify that pre-evolution does not mean that the evolution ability is void. It can still happen. I'm just starting at a lower spot.
I disagree.
You disagree with like his whole main ability, like the whole thing that he's all about, that
No,
always
yeah.
happens?
Yeah. When I set up a debate between two forms of characters, obviously I don't want your character to enter a form that wasn't specified, and
Okay, so
I think that's pretty
so
obvious.
no, not at all. Not whenever you're talking about an ability that works like adaptive evolution. I don't know if you've ever read Akame ga Kill. Tatsumi is a perfect example of this.
I mean, I don't really need an example. I know what you mean, but at the same time, we still restrict like evolutions of forms because Aizen post evolution is a completely different form. The same way like Naruto can evolve his KCM to MKCM1 or whatever the fuck after like
So
fighting and his link getting better, but you wouldn't consider that.
So you don't want to limit the form. You want to limit a hacks. You want to fight. You want Aizen without the Hogyoku because that's the Hogyoku's ability is adaptive evolution. Like
I mean, yeah,
even if we are to specify that it's not the one that fought Ichigo, his Hogyoku can still reach a evolutionary form that would help him fight Yama. Could look completely different than the Mothman that fought Aizen, but you're
yeah,
asking to limit a hack, not
it
limit
could,
a ability.
yes, I'm asking to limit Hogyoku.
So Aizen with no Hogyoku versus Yama. Okay, that's a
Yeah,
bit different. That's a bit different.
yeah. Again, I'm fine with taking either side from here.
Uh, Shit. Yeah. No, I'll still take my boy Aizen. I think I can defend him well enough.
All right, cool. Do you mind if I start then?
Yeah, you can start.
I'll just make this we'll try to make this quick. Uh, Aizen just says Yamamoto's stronger.
Yeah, and him like Aizen, the known manipulator, the dude that never tells the truth, the dude
Okay,
that lied, the
never
dude that's
tells the
whole
truth.
building.
Hold on. You just made a claim. You just made a claim. He never tells the
Uh,
truth.
okay, I think it's pretty obvious that was hyperbole. But
Okay, so why is he lying here? Why is he
his
lying
main
here?
personality, because why would he outwardly state something that could be disadvantageous to him? Like that doesn't make any sense for his character.
Why is that disadvantageous to him?
Because his Aizen's whole thing was like his whole plan was to seem timid and slash or weak as shown with Shinji whenever like he had the Ryatsu to contend with Shinji whenever he was still lieutenant, but he didn't because he knew it would be detrimental to his plan. He needs to
Why
keep
is that his
that
mentality there?
I'm getting to it. That's why his ominous nature, like his whole character trait and narratively, he is to trick. So if they found out, like if he can't keep this veil of I am so far above everyone, that it doesn't put that doubt in their mind. Like Yama would have
So
gone for him if he knew he could.
this is why I cut you off and asked you that question, which you said you were getting to and then you didn't get to. I asked you why versus Shinji does he pretend to not be able to do that?
Does he
Because
pretend to not be able to?
yeah,
Because
you said he
that would ruin his
pretends to be
plan.
unable to. No, okay, that's circular. I'm asking you why he's pretending not to. Like, how are you substantiating the idea that he's pretending not to?
That he's pretending to not be able to kill Shinji. I'm saying that
To
Lieutenant
counter
Aizen is
his
stronger
ability.
to counter his because if he to counter his ability, he'd need bare minimum double the Ryatsu
I
of
mean, why is it
these.
Ryotsu? Why is the Ryotsu the reason?
Oh shit! Wait, no. Okay. So this debate can't further until we go over the fundamentals of Bleach. Then if you think that
No. Hold on. I'm aware that Ryotsu can counter hacks. I'm asking why he used his Ryotsu to counter that hex.
because that's how he's always been shown to use Ryatsu to counter things. He uses Ryatsu to counter
Yeah.
Soifon's death.
He uses Ryotsu to counter techniques that are like physically impacting you, like Soifon's like double hit kill thing. But Shinji's technique is like it inverts your perception of things. So Aizen can literally just one possibility is he just learns how to adapt to it, which is like
No,
whatever.
okay, so no, so it worked. The Ryatsu will negate the ability of whatever is against. It doesn't matter how the ability acts. If it gets Ryatsu,
That's
or
not
unless
what I said.
that's why it doesn't matter. That's what. Okay, so the
Yeah,
Shinji's
I'm
ability.
aware that you can do that. I'm aware that's like an avenue you can take. I'm saying that why is that what he did here?
I'm not saying that's what he did. I'm saying that he could have, but did not, because it is in his nature to be conniving and to want people to think that they are superior to him, like he did with Shinji and like he did with
Yeah,
Yamamoto.
but
He didn't want them to know he's that strong.
then it comes back to me asking you, why is that the reason that he did that? How are you proving that? For all we know, he
Why
could have
am I?
just been testing his like mental ability against a mental hacks Bankai.
He wasn't using his kit. No. What? Okay. State blatantly what you want me to.
I want you to prove that in this scene where at first he's unable to hit Shinji, but then he says,
That's
"Oh,
not
I
the
can
scene I'm bringing
easily."
up.
What are you
That's not the
bringing
scene
up
I was
then?
talking about. I'm to bring it up Lieutenant Aizen whenever he is discovered by Shinji in the Turn Back the Pendulum arc. I'm saying that he is portraying himself as weaker than Shinji to keep up a guise, and that is part of his character, and that is why he would not outwardly state, or why his statements necessarily can't be too trusted.
That's different from a fight context, though.
But whenever he
That's
said Yama would beat him, he wasn't in a fight. Similar
yes,
to
he
how
was.
whenever he was discovered by Shinji.
He was engaging Yama directly.
I thought you were talking about the other time he was talking about Yama whenever he listed him as a threat to his
No,
in the
when the two like are face to face, Aizen says to Yamamoto and like while they were like facing one another down, in a straight fight, I probably can't beat you, which is why I constructed Wonderwise.
Okay.
Okay. So, in the context with Shinji, he's specifically trying to deceive Shinji to make Shinji trust him so he can weasel his way into Shinji's ranks and then take that
Yeah.
position. In this situation, he's not weaseling Yamamoto into anything. There's no reason for
I'd
him to
say
directly express this. Yamamoto is still going to come for his life.
I'd say if you give your enemy a false sense of security, then you could easily lure them into something in their death. I mean, shit, and
I don't
honestly,
think Aizen. I don't think Aizen would ever believe that him saying, "Oh yeah, you could definitely defeat me," to Yamamoto would make Yamamoto hold back in any way. Because Yamamoto's whole philosophy is it's the
I'm
duty
not
for
saying
the
that made
court
him hold
guards.
back.
Okay,
I'm not saying that made him hold back. I'm saying that him saying that to Yamamoto mid fight, oh, you're stronger than me. You would win like a 1-on-1. Would let Yama's guard down in a way that, okay, I'm stronger than my opponent, and would allow for
I was
Aizen
just addressing
to give a
that.
better counter.
I was just
You made it
addressing
sound
that.
different. You made it sound different.
No, I didn't. What I said was that Aizen, I don't think would even conceive of using this strategy to make Yamamoto like lower his guard in any way, because of the
Why not?
fact that I was getting into that because of the fact that Yamamoto, literally his whole philosophy is putting everything on the line, including your own life, to defend the world. So when the stakes are as high as they are, even just being stronger than your opponent, I don't think is sufficient reason that Yamamoto would lower his guard. And given the fact that Aizen is somebody who knows Yamamoto well, and obviously he would take this stuff into account because he's like a master of human psychology, he would probably come to the same conclusion that Yamamoto isn't just some like fucking inexperienced fighter who's just going to get cocky and be like, I can hold back on this guy. I can let my guard down. Whatever.
It doesn't necessarily mean that he's inexperienced for that. I feel like Yama's character shows that he is all for flexing his ability on a weaker opponent or for asserting dominance. He almost killed a lieutenant for just to do it, just because he has Moriatsu, because he was fighting Shunsui and Uketake in Soul Society. He almost killed him in that.
That's not what he did in that scene. In that scene, he flexed his Ryatsu to make her leave. That's
And then
all.
he had a whole speech calling her comparing her to
Yeah,
as
yeah,
an infant.
yeah.
That's totally demeaning
He
and
was
condescending.
Yeah,
How is that not cocky?
he can be demeaning and condescending to his lieutenants. That doesn't mean that in the face of a threat that's actually planning on making some irreparable changes to the world and sacrificing thousands of lives, that he would in turn then be like holding back or lowering his guard because he thinks he can win.
I don't think he would be like holding back. I full like on agree that I feel like he put
Okay,
his whole strength into it.
lowering his guard then. I'll stick to just saying lowering his guard then.
I feel like Yama shows that he like lowers it. Like for example, in the fight with Watch, whenever he fought Lloyd or Royd, whichever, like who's a weaker opponent, who like would not be as strong as Watch unless his ability to copy stats, which is, if I remember correctly, it's only memories and appearance between him and his brother. He was able to fight Yama long enough for him to let his guard down and get cut down. Like Yama being this ancient Soul Reaper, like the
Those are like
strongest,
two.
would
Those are
have
like
better
two
sensory.
entirely. Those are like two entirely different like moments, though.
Now, when it comes
Like,
to Ryatsu sensing, to being able to sense a strong presence, like
I
especially
mean,
in a heightened state of battle, his adrenaline's rushing. If anything, he should like, oh my god. And plus, he's in the middle of an invasion. There are more people. Like there were
yeah,
literally people near
but
him.
we don't know the specifics of how like their abilities work because when he copies Yuha, we clearly see he's using abilities that are like very much like he's using abilities like Yuha's abilities. Like he summons
He
Yuha's
never
sword.
used the Yuha specific ability. He used spirit weapons. Like any
Yeah,
Quincy used spirit
he
weapons.
doesn't use his shrift or whatever the fuck, but he uses his
Yeah,
swords and he uses some like weird Grand Saint altar, which I think he uses against what's his face, the bearded guy later on.
Ichibe. No,
Yeah,
he
that's the
didn't use that
fucking
against Ichibe. He used like an outward extension of blue artery on Ichibe. It was supposed to like disintegrate him. Like that.
I mean, either way,
You
we
know,
just don't either way, we just don't know specifically if it copies the Ryatsu.
I mean,
You
like
know
unless you can prove it does copy the Ryatsu.
I mean, you're the one making a positive claim based off of this scene. So if you're unable
No,
to
I am
establish,
not making a claim. I'm saying that that from
I
what
mean,
we've seen, he can
I mean,
copy their appearance and like some of their abilities, but it doesn't necessarily mean he can copy their outward strength.
yeah, I'm not saying that he necessarily copies his exact strength. I'm saying that like you were talking about his Ryatsu sensing, right? So then it comes down to okay, Yamamoto fights Yuha years ago, like thousands of years ago. Yuha appears again now. Yamamoto faces him. He faces somebody who looks exactly like him. He fights his abilities. We have no idea like what happened in those 1,000 years after Yuha like went into hiding, had this whole what was it like 900 years sleep. Then he woke up. Then he like regained his pulse. Whatever the fuck it was. Like
Yeah,
Yamamoto doesn't know any of what happened here, so he can just like we don't know what assumptions he is making, and he immediately goes full power just to take him down. And then out of nowhere, Yuha comes behind him, which is entirely different than Aizen saying, "Oh, you could probably beat me." Well, the fate of thousands of lives are at stake, and Yamamoto suddenly just deciding that he can hold or not hold back. What's the wording that we agreed to use? Lower his guard.
lower his
Those are
guard. Okay, you know
those
what?
are like two different contexts.
I feel like the statement of the personality argument isn't too important. I'll concede that point. He probably wouldn't get lured. Yamamoto, Aizen had stated it. I feel like we can move on to the actual fight. The feats that we are shown, yeah, he may have stated, yeah, you probably beat me in a one-on-one fight. That's a statement. That's just words. What we've physically seen on panel is Yamamoto performing a forbidden Hado 96 directly on top of Aizen, gripping him and shit. And Aizen comes out with some scuff marks, barely fucking injured in base. And we know for a fact Kyoka Suigetsu can work on him. So their Ryatsus are obviously fucking relative to the point where they'd be able to damage each other.
Hold on. But before, like, you made 2 points, right? So we're gonna have to go through them one by one. First of all, how strong is like Hado 99 or it's 99, right?
It was
Whatever it was.
96.
Yeah, how strong is like Hado 96 compared to the rest of like Yamamoto's arsenal? Because that when he uses it, Yamamoto had to take all of his like Shikai power, like slamming into him. So we don't know how strong this Yamamoto is at this point in time.
It's one of the strongest feats he's shown outside of his Bankai. It doesn't
Prove
matter how
that.
exactly strong it is. It proves
Prove
that,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you want me to quantify it? Just
I
specify
mean,
how you want to quantify.
that's up to you, big dog. That's not up to me.
No, I mean I am saying that Hado 96 is one of the strongest abilities that Yama has shown. You want me to prove how its strongest abilities? Give me your
No.
power range.
I just want you. I want you to
Yama doesn't.
prove. I want you to scale. I want you to scale Hado 96 to Yamamoto's just like his full power. That's all I want you to do. Where does it scale compared to his full power?
And what do you think? What do you think his full power is? Give me your threshold. I need to know. If you ask me to quantify
I already
something,
said. Well, no. I don't need to answer that because if you don't know what his full power is, and your claim is reliant on this being a heavy showing, then even if I don't establish what his full power is, this point just goes nowhere for you, and then the statement remains unhindered.
I mean, I need a number to quantify it too. You can't ask me to quantify something and not give
I mean,
me what I need, like
I
basis
don't
for
need
the
to give
answer.
you anything. I don't need to give you anything. That's your job. All of this is
Then
your
how do you
burden.
expect? Then how,
I mean, I don't
I am
care.
aware of that. I'm
I
willing to
don't.
prove how strong Auto 96 is. I'm
I'm
willing
aware
to
you're
prove how
willing.
strong Auto.
Okay. However you feel you can go about it, you can present to me, and I'll tell you whether or not it fulfills the burdens that you've set forth on yourself. All right.
Well, then you tell me the burden that I set forth on myself,
Okay.
other than it
The
just being
burden
a
you set
strong
forth on
showing.
yourself was saying, okay, the statement is contradicted because Aizen's able to take Hado at 96. I then say to you, not only is Yamamoto weak in this scene, but you've also made no claims yet as to how Hado 96 scales compared to Yamamoto's other techniques and has more powerful or potentially more powerful techniques. So in this
Well, I'm not
situation,
scaling into his Bankai.
hold on,
I'm not
hold on,
scaling
hold
into his
on,
Bankai.
hold on. Okay, so currently, the situation you are in is you need to A, substantiate what his full power is, and B, scale the weakened Yamamoto's Hollow 96 somewhere to his full power that is relevant in order to contradict the statement. Because if you leave these factors unknown, then your statement or your contradiction to the statement no longer goes through.
You haven't quantified what his full power could be. Like
Okay,
you had.
I just explained why I don't have to. That's the burden you set on yourself.
Well, then how are you going to damage Aizen
He's just
if you haven't
stronger. He's just
if you haven't
stronger then.
displayed? I'll give you an Aizen. I could probably find an Aizen calc. I'll give you an Aizen calc for his durability.
I don't really care. He just says Yamamoto would win.
It doesn't matter if you can't prove, if you don't have a physical feat. Feats are more like potent than statements. If Yamamoto's using a Hado 96 and it's not even damaging Aizen.
Well, okay, so not only have you pretty much like inadvertently admitted that you can't scale this situation anywhere, you can't fulfill the burden that you set on yourself, which I explained.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to find calcs. Like, you haven't given me what your definition of Yamamoto's like.
Yeah, I already told you why I don't have to. Like I explained in great detail what your burdens were, and then you said, "Oh, but at that point you can't prove that he would damage him." But you've got no contradiction to my statement anymore. My statement being Aizen's admittance, which we've already moved past the validity of it. So now you're like, okay, feats are more potent than statements. But if a feat doesn't contradict the state, yeah, hold on. I agree that in a vacuum, the statement feats greater than statements is totally fine, right? But the amount of times in which that's actually going to be valid are so few that I actually find like the rhetoric to be completely laughable. Because most of the time, you can just interpret a statement or interpret the context of the feat differently in order to find some leeway in which the statement and the feat can coexist, which is literally what I just did to you by explaining that Hado 96 is completely unscalable from your end compared to what Yamamoto's full power is, both of which are burdens that you would have to fulfill in order to establish that it is a contradiction. Okay?
Okay. Well, so I'll assert that Yama's max power would probably be like from fighting a Lloyd that we have no proof copies statistics, who is obviously weaker than you watch.
So you're arguing completely from ignorance now.
How? You can't prove that Lloyd copies statistics. And
yeah,
that's you gotta let me finish. I mean, you talk for a while.
You made a claim. I don't want to get shocked. All I was doing was reestablishing what I had previously said, but you would ignore it.
Like you can address it after I finish. Like
I can address after you finished, after you've made multiple points, but I'd rather go one by one.
Okay, well, you already know that's in there, so pin it. Him fighting Lloyd. Then you have I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty fucked up. I'm kinda getting lost.
Alright.
You have him fighting Lloyd, and you have the Hado 96, and I'll just give a blanket of what I think Yamamoto's max power range is, and it's probably anywhere between like country to large country.
So you're using like actual AP scales? I'll explain to you why I don't think those are like valid for inverse. So for
those are definitely valid. Oh no, those are definitely valid. Gyatso directly correlates to physical.
Well, hold on. The reason you don't understand what I'm going to say yet. What I'm going to say is that AP levels, like scaling him to country level or whatever, those are fair for crossverse because obviously, say if we did Naruto versus Ichigo, you can't say, oh, Naruto scales to Hokage level, which is clearly above, Shinigami lieutenant level or whatever, right? You can't make those claims. You can't say Naruto greater than Sasuke or greater than Ichigo. Like Sasuke isn't stated above Ichigo anyway. So we use what we have to fall back on is feats. Like we have to like calculate like levels of AP or whatever, and come to like what is essentially a bare minimum conclusion of what a character can do, right? Whereas inverse, we have access to actual things in the series that compare these characters directly. So when it comes to these calcs and these like things that put him at like country level or someone else at planet level, the problem with that is we can't actually prove that X character or Y character isn't like light speeds or planetary unless we have like a statement that directly says this person's maximum output is country level. Unless you want to argue from ignorance, which is fallacious.
That's not arguing from ignorance. If you have the scan and you measure the scan out and you make the measurements, then you would have to prove that the calc is false.
That no, I don't have to prove the calc is false because I can accept the fact that the calc has this level of like AP, right? Or whatever the fuck, or like due to what we see.
Yeah, you'd have to prove that he's stronger than that.
No, hold on. I don't have to prove he's stronger than that because you are making the positive claim. No, hold on. Let me finish. You're making the positive claim that his power caps here. If you were unable to prove that his power caps here, because there are unknown things like the cubic like AP or force or like energy output per like cubic inch of the attack, the only things we can reliably scale is like, directly what we see. There are those unknown factors. The reason why this is fair for crossverse is because we have nothing else, which is what I was explaining before. But for inverse, we have a lot of other things on the table. So trying to say, oh yeah,
what are the other things on the table? You're saying that we have other things on the table to determine
the other things on the table right now is just the direct statement comparing the two characters in which Aizen concedes inferiority to him.
Which is a stronger. Just because he states, what does strong mean? Define stronger. Like what he could be. He could be more outwardly powerful. He could be because we have.
Specifically, what he says is, I admit
Markus,
that.
What are y'all debating?
Aizen versus Yamamoto.
Who has who?
I have Yamamoto.
I have Aizen. We have seen that Kyoka Suigetsu affects Aizen. For your abilities to be able to...
Hold on. Let me explain. I'm going to cut you off because you didn't let me finish before Chrome interrupted. What I was going to say was what the statement specifically says is if we had a straight up fight, you would probably beat me. So it doesn't matter. Yes. Yeah, obviously we go with what is most probable.
Yeah, but it's not a definite, and we have actual...
Nothing. I don't think anything is
his
definite.
abilities affect Yamamoto. If his abilities affect Yamamoto, he can physically hurt Yamamoto because their Ryatsus are relative, and Ryatsu directly
okay. He has the ability. Okay, so using this scale, if I grant this scale, which I don't give a fuck about, he has the ability to damage him, right? But what Aizen says is, hold on, Jesus Christ. What is most probable is the idea that Aizen puts forth. He believes that it's most probable that Yamamoto would defeat him. So regardless of what feats you bring up, unless you can give some sort of probability to them that suggests that they contradict the statement, which is extremely difficult to do, I'm just going to tell you right now, you're not going to get past on me, then you can't establish a contradiction to it.
What the fuck do you mean? If his abilities can work...
Okay, he's just going circular now. Like I already said, like even if I grant the idea that his abilities work and he's able to damage him, that doesn't negate the statement that it is most probable that Yamamoto can win. Because you can damage and have your abilities affect somebody and still lose to them. Is he here? Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, bitch, I can hear you.
What the fuck is this little... Not little. What the fuck is this big bitch talking about? Why are you on my dick?
Wait, Apocrypha.
Why I get at it 4 times? Who's judging this? Nobody yet. Hold on, why is Prycops timed out? Who timed him out?
What the fuck?
He's a fucking idiot. He
deserves it.
did some racist shit.
He's stupid, bro.
I was about to say, I was like, just DM me what he did.
Derek, you got it, or do I need to DM him?
I'm in the middle of taking care of something, but long story short, I can just react to a message about it. Hold up.
He got warned
Or reply to a message
twice.
about it.
He got warned twice.
Yeah.
He's stupid.
Just,
I mean, he is.
Just search for his most recent messages. Hold up.
Tricops is like an awful human being, to be fair.
Yeah.
I like to clown on their race. Hold on, I shouldn't say this out loud.
Yeah.
You are.
What? Is he fucking stupid? Oh, he's so fucking retarded.
He's dumb.
Ain't no way.
He's actually brain dead.
His ass is so fucking dumb. Chrome's ass. The Chrome in question. What the fuck, bro? Who made this?
That was fucking upside. The other man's
Yo, this motherfucker left the VC. I'm pissed.
Well,
His
I
ass.
tagged him in. I tagged him and said we couldn't hear you. So
Yeah, I mean, he was getting his ass beat. He's been getting his ass beat the whole time. He's back. Can you hear us now? Can you speak?
Sorry, my phone
Oh,
died.
we can hear him. We can hear him. Okay, cool.
My phone died.
All right. Chrome, do you remember where we were?
How's my audio without my headphones?
Your audio is fine right now.
Really? Because like every time I talk on speaker, I fucking sound like a robot. According to my family, at least.
No, you're fine on my end at least.
All right.
Yeah.
Weren't
but
y'all? I think weren't y'all talking about something that had to do with like?
Oh yeah, he was
how
trying to establish a
mean
contradiction.
this-
He was trying to establish a contradiction.
All right. So let me backtrack here. Okay, I'm feeling like a little bit more sober.
Okay. Depends what you mean by backtracking. Whatever.
Okay, let me back up. For this battle to like mean anything, I have to prove that like kind of like the statement doesn't really matter too much. I'm not saying that it doesn't outwardly say that Aizen might be at a disadvantage, but like strength is kind of vague in this sense because Yama obviously.
That's not what it says.
Let me finish. Yama obviously.
Yeah, but you've already made an error. That's not what it says.
Yama obviously sees him as a threat.
That's not what it says.
What does it say?
It says that if we had a straight up fight, I probably wouldn't win. It doesn't say specifically strength, because I mean, I'm sure we would agree that it's pretty obvious Yamamoto can probably output more power or whatever the fuck. I don't really care about that. But what all it says is that if they fought, they'd win. So pretty much, given the fact that my position is Yamamoto would beat Aizen, this statement just says what I have to prove.
Can you post the statement?
Sure. Aizen says Yamamoto.
Oh, well, don't phrase it like that. That's confirmation bias.
What do you mean?
Yama says, or Aizen says Yama would win. I heard you mouth it. I mean, like, what are you typing in specifically? Because like that would just be outward confirmation bias, like looking up literally what you're trying to like find. It could be a translation error. You like what are the other translations say?
Dog, I'm gonna be like all sorts of real with you. It is not that fucking deep. Jesus Christ. I'm just googling the statement. I'm googling the statement by looking up what's in the statement. That's just like look at the evidence. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking there, Cuzzo. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking there, big dog.
It's not the scan.
I don't know what all. And evidence. Your Ryujin Jaka is the ultimate Zanpakuto tool. That there could be no doubt. If we fought toe to toe, you would probably win. But when all of our powers are abandoned to strengthen a single power, even the ultimate can be opposed. He calls him the ultimate, by the way. He, Wonderweiss, is the only modified Rancor, and its resurrection is, and he says like extinguisher or whatever the fuck it is. It's crazy.
Hold on, where do I get the evidence? There it is. My bad.
Ayo, he says ultimate. You know what ultimate means? Ultimate definition. Being the best or most extreme example of its kind. God Damn. Woo.
Probably win though. He doesn't outwardly state you would win. He says
Yeah. We
probably
take
win.
we take what is most probable. We take what is most
But
probable.
you can
Obviously, we
argue
don't.
from inside. Okay, so the fucking feats. So for Yama to be affected by Aizen via the laws of Ryatsu established in Bleach, it would mean that let me finish, homie.
I'm gassing you up. Go on, get me.
The Ryatsu has to be relative, meaning Aizen
Yeah.
has to be able to damage Yamamoto,
Yeah.
meaning that he can still. It's not an outward
shit.
stuff. It's just a statement.
Oh my god. Whew. That was fire. Now, hold on to your seat. Oh shit, here it comes. You can damage and affect somebody in combat and still lose to them. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I am aware of that. I'm saying that. What does Yama have against the Hado 90? Like that
I don't
like he can just fire off.
Aizen seems to not think it would work or win him the fight, so it wouldn't.
What do you mean he doesn't seem to think it would win in the fight?
And because he says that if they fought toe to toe, he'd probably lose.
That doesn't mean you can just dismiss that argument.
Yes, it absolutely does.
No, it doesn't. It's just that he says probably. You have to.
Okay,
do,
so you do what? Okay, so I currently have a statement on the table, positively asserting my character wins, and then you ask me, "Oh, what about Hado 90? What about Hado 90? What does it do? How are you proving it does anything?"
What do you mean? Because Hado 90 it's a gravitational manipulation.
Damn. Shit. Gravitational manipulation. Oh my god. Oh.
Prove that Yama can
works
get.
on, that's not my burden. You're the one making a claim that it works on them. So we'll prove that shit, my boy.
Because his Shikai ability can work on him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, his Shikai ability can work on him. I'm aware of that. Prove that it would finish off Yamamoto. Can Yamamoto not do things to counter abilities that can damage him?
You have to prove those abilities. It's your character.
No, I don't. No, you're the one making a positive claim.
Dude, you are hiding behind this shit so hard, and you're fucking it up. Like that's not how that works.
I'm fucking it up. He's fucking it up.
You're the one saying that Yama can counter it without proving what Yama can do to counter it.
What I'm doing is asking you to substantiate that just because he has a technique that could potentially damage Yamamoto, that it in turn would get him the win. That's what I'm asking you, Buster.
Because the more you damage somebody, the closer they get to dying, and eventually they die. He can just spam his motto, which he's
okay. So characters, right? They can dodge and shit, right? Characters are capable of dodging. Characters are capable, like Yamamoto can also use different Hados. Yamamoto also has abilities that I'm presuming.
Show a Hado outside of 96 that he's performed.
That's a motherfucker. Sure, whatever. I'm sure there's some fucking data big thing. As a matter of fact, I don't give a fuck. Sure, I'll just say he can only use Hado 96. I don't really care. He can just dodge.
It requires he has to grip onto something and
I no longer care about him using Hados to counter. I'm just saying that he has the ability. Just because Aizen has the ability to damage Yamamoto, doesn't mean in turn that just because you can damage somebody more and more for a fight, and that's how you win a fight, that Aizen in turn just wins the fight. Because Yamamoto also has the ability to damage Aizen, and then taking all of the and then hold on. Taking all of these factors into account, Aizen comes to the conclusion that it is most likely that Yamamoto will win.
Most likely, not certain. He thinks that he has.
I don't care if it's certain. What the fuck? I don't care if it's certain. I'm asserting what is most likely. 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 Do you not think that the most likely proposition goes through in a debate?
I think that in a debate between characters that are relative in strength, either one can win. You have to show that he can counter this ability that I brought up for Aizen.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Show that he can.
I think I have adequately explained that you have been unable to demonstrate why this ability is a win. and why you've been unable to demonstrate that even just because it can damage him due to Ryatsu scaling, that it means that he is capable of winning, and why this in turn would not contradict Aizen's statement that the most likely outcome of their fight would be a Yamamoto W. So I think we can just move on.
Move on from where? You're saying that the statement just shows that,
Yeah,
hey,
we can move on to conclusions. If I lose the statement, you can just say, "Oh, Guru Hitsugi, oh shit, you run Yamamoto, no," or whatever the fuck. I don't care.
that's fucking retarded. What?
So well, okay, I don't really give a fuck. I don't care what you call retarded. I don't care what you call retarded.
Bro, you had to prove that he could like do anything against Aizen's been shown to affect him. Aizen's been shown to damage him.
Okay, okay, you're having like a weird like fucking relapse meltdown. As I said, I think we can conclude. I don't feel
He
any.
stabbed him with the sword, dude.
Oh shit, he can stab him! Oh no, he can stab him! Oh fuck, oh no, he can damage him with another one of his techniques. I'ma just repeat the same argument, so we can just go to conclusions. What the fuck?
I'll post some calcs that demonstrates Aizen's attack potency. Aizen's been demonstrated to be able to harm.
This motherfucker is retarded. Anyway, sure. Alright.
There was a fragger one.
Damn. That's crazy.
Can't find the Aizen calc, but I do have a calc that I can upscale him from.
Oh shit, okay. Yeah. I got told, by the way, I don't know if you know this. Somebody sent this like information to me. I don't know, it was like via carrier pigeon that if you send these calcs, my response is going to be all that for Yamamoto to win most probably. I don't know. It was just in this like mail I got. It was crazy. Anyway.
That's
It is 3:30 in the morning. And I wake up my flatmate.
concede if you're tired.
No, I'm fine. I don't think this debate's got much left in it. Did you sound it? Oh
It's
no,
like
no, it's just moist Tim speaking. I'm gonna say hi to him.
it's posted on an app. I gotta load in.
Alright, I get you. Are these calcs your last point?
I'm gonna make a point from the calcs.
Yeah. Obviously, that's what I mean.
I don't know.
Okay. I hope so, because this is not. The longer this drags on, the worse it looks for you. Wait, what happened? Oh shit. Wait, Chrome, what happened to Prycops?
I'll DM it.
Oh shit.
Hey, yo, send that shit to me too, because I'm actually curious about this shit.
No.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
What the fuck? Hey, Chrome, you like this meme I said? So fucking stupid, bro. Yeah, but like, yeah, I understand that he did that, but like, did he get, Hakkai'd? You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro.
I'm gonna try to post this link, see if it works.
Keep trying to post the Grabify. What the fuck?
So Kiora, this calc puts him at large country. Aizen is leagues above him, like by a fuck ton, by being demonstrated to being able to harm Yamamoto, like stab him through the chest and survive his Ito Ketsu. So that means the relative Aizen can put out more than large country level. Can you demonstrate that Yamamoto can output? You know what makes you think that Yamamoto, just because he's most likely to win, will actually win? Like, give me your scenario and how he wins. Like, how he counters some of the abilities, because it doesn't mean that it's 100% guaranteed. It just means that he's most
But before I do that, how are you tying in him scaling to country level?
Because his Ryatsu is greater than Okiora's. Okiora
No. You didn't let me finish. What I was going to say was that how are you tying that into him beating Yamamoto, or this contradicting the statement?
It's not contradicting the statement. I'm sure. I'm
Okay,
giving
then I'm just going to keep falling back on this statement. I don't care where you scale Aizen if it doesn't scale to Yamamoto.
Give me a feat that puts him above Aizen, other than the statement when Aizen has
definitive. Why am I under that burden?
Because you're the one asserting that just because the statement says it means it's like actually going to happen. You're debating like from just the statement alone.
Yeah, I'm debating from just the statement alone. Why does that mean I need to get like feats to substantiate it from here? Given the fact that I don't think you've even come close to contradicting it.
You haven't given anything for Yama. You haven't given anything for that put him over large country.
I don't have to. Are you asserting that he isn't large country? Or above?
No, I'm asking you.
Okay, if you're not asserting that, then you're not contradicting the statement. So I can keep falling back on the statement.
I'm asking you to give a feat that puts him above the large country count.
Why do I need to do that?
Because Aizen can scale directly to Ukiura, prove that Yama can.
Why do I have to do that? You telling me to keep doing it doesn't explain why I have to do it.
Because Yama's been shown to be affected by Aizen far more than Aizen's been affected by Yama. Aizen
because he specifically brought a creature created from the Hogyoku that sacrificed everything, including its reason, for the sole purpose of being capable of hard countering Yamamoto's abilities.
And Yamamoto sacrificed an entire body part that like in a forbidden.
We already went over this. This exact point.
You haven't shown. He literally survived a forbidden technique from Yama.
Yeah, we went over this earlier. We literally went over this earlier.
We went over why it's not stronger than his Shikai abilities. Fine, it doesn't have to be stronger than his Shikai abilities. It's shown that that Aizen from Yama that is obviously pretty powerful, because it's a forbidden keto that requires the sacrifice of one of your limbs to kill your opponent.
Damn, all that for you to have failed to scale it anywhere earlier. You're just backtracking now.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You literally are. We went over this and we agreed that this shit can't be scaled because you put too many burdens on yourself that contradict this statement.
No, I didn't. You haven't proved that Yama can do what his statement is alludes to.
Oh my fucking god. This motherfucker is retarded. If I have the statement and the statement remains uncontradicted, then I don't need anything else except the statement. The statement just demonstrates what I say. I don't need further feats. You can't prove that I need further feats.
It just shows a probability of what would happen, not what actually happened.
Yeah, okay. Do you not agree that we take what is most fucking probable instead of random possibilities?
It's not random possibilities. Can you give me a gauge of what you probably would win? He could mean 51 out of 49.
Okay, so 51 out of 49 times Yamamoto wins. So Yamamoto would win this more than likely. Thank you for that ass argument. We can conclude.
It's not an ass argument. That shows that the probabilities are. It could go either way.
51 to 49. 51 to 49 means it's most likely that Yamamoto would win, even if it's only by 1%. It still fulfills the burden that I'm trying to fulfill. If you accept that premise, you literally
Oh, you're
bang
fucking
down your
stupid, dude. Like we can go ahead and end it. You're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh yeah. Don't start packing me, boy. You nasty asshole
Bro,
retard. I put you on your fucking neck, you ugly ass. I punch you in the goddamn stomach, and there were impact lanes all over the goddamn screen.
calm
That shit was
down.
critical hit, dumb ass boy. That shit was super effective. You stupid ass bitch. You got knocked the fuck out. You stupid ass retard. Fuck is you talking about, you nasty ass bitch? You tried to step to me, bro, and I backstabbed you to the fucking sleeve, and you went 360 degrees. You span around like a fucking Beyblade, whatever. Dumb ass boy.
Marcus.
Bro,
Yeah.
you're
What's up?
freaking
Chill.
out.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, shit.
Like
Anyway,
water,
bro.
milk or
Anyway.
something.
Yeah,
Like-
are you fine with Troy judging?
I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't care if I win or lose. Like, you're fucking awful. Like, you fucking dumb.
Nothing I said is just okay.
You
Just because
fucking-
you're too
you
stupid.
can't-
Listen. Just because after 10 years you're too stupid to understand that the most probable situation is most probable and most likely to happen, it's not my fault, bro. You
That's
are just
barely
hopeless.
you can't prove that it's like a vast probability, dude. Like, you're
Oh my
supposed to
god, he's so
debate for your
retarded. He's so
character.
retarded.
Fuck.
Yes, I debated for my character, and we ended it by saying, "Oh, this probability could be 51 to 49," in which it means that even if it's by 1%, it is most likely that Yamamoto would win, right? So we've already established that the most likely scenario, even
Dude,
if we're a little bit.
why are you
Oh,
sitting
let me
there?
finish, you little
We're
retard.
doing the
What is
debate.
wrong with you?
No, it's the debate, dude. It's okay.
Okay.
Wait, is the debate over?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
debate's
it's-
over.
Oh,
fucking-
on.